Hey, dude, in Pittsburgh, I know we knock at ring doorbells. Do they knock at ring doorbells for the Eagles?
Nah, you good.
Yeah, what up, my dog?
How
you doing, boy?
Good,
yes,
man.
sir.
My guy. What up, man?
Hey, good to see you,
What
bro.
up?
Hey,
What's good?
It's a lot of players from Georgia in the league, man. Y'all got a lot of people,
It's
man.
a long way from Brunswick.
You know, long way.
Hold up, limitless. Take a stomach, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On the vision, I can trust. Limitless. Take a stomach, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up.
I mean, but shoot, man, let's get into it. Darius Slay Jr., shoot, All-Pro, Pro Bowler, one of the best doing it. First of all, man, appreciate you giving us time. We know what the season is like, so that's first and foremost. We're grateful for that. For all of our people, man, who have subscribed or who are viewing this, please continue to like what we do, comment. We love to read the comments. It gives us a lot of feedback. We got Freaky Freddy, we got Chan. Like I already introduced our guest, Darius Slay Jr. Shout out to Happy Dad, DraftKings. We appreciate you guys sponsoring us, and we're gonna keep trying to give y'all good content. And how we start every show, like Freddie say, man, everybody could podcast, but not everybody could pivot. This is a show anyway, so we ain't even tripping. Man, like I think, me and you have texted back and forth before and talked about different things. And one of the things I didn't really know as much about you until I started preparing for this was how close you and your mother were. Right? How you said, I finally got to give her all the things that she deserves and the way she raised you and the things she sacrificed for you. But it's unique, man. Like I had babies young, but your mom's only 13 years older than you.
13 years older than me, man.
What was that like growing up?
It was crazy. Like my mama said, she, had a mistake, having sex at an early age. So when she had me at 13, I was kind of raised with my grandma, and she was trying to understand, how to go to school, because she still was a kid herself. So, she did the best way she could, her and my father. They found a way to make it happen, man. Thankful for my grandma, because, she won my heart and souls. Because I was calling her mama for a minute before I knew who my mama actually was. But I knew my mama, but, I just saw my grandma so much. And, she had 2 grandbabies at that time, me and my little cousin, Keith. So my auntie had him at 14, my mom was 13, so we only 22 days apart. Sure. So she raising like two newborns. So, salute to my grandma. But my mom, man, she found a way to pull it through, and I'm her only child, so I'm her rock and soul too. So it's a great bond with me and her.
Man, that's awesome, man. And so you look at that now and being older and being able to understand parenthood, having a family yourself. Do you and your mother ever have conversations of like what she was thinking, what she was going through, being so young and having a son? Yeah,
I asked her because I got myself into that position, so I had my child at 15. Right. So my son is only 15 years younger than me, so I thought she would be mad because, I feel like I'll fall in her footsteps in some type of path, but, she stood behind me just like my grandma did for her. She stood behind me, helped me with my son, My son's mother, she helped out, and their grandma helped out. So we had a great thing going on. So it was a great, I honestly started believing, when that time came up, take a village to raise a kid. Right. I really understood it at that age. Seeing my grandma help, my daddy help, my mama, my great-grandma, his great-grandma, her family side. So it actually took a village to raise my son now. Man, how he look up to me now, it's a blessing. He in Houston right now chilling, but yeah, man, it was crazy, so that's where I got that saying from. I honestly believe it take a village to raise a kid.
He still telling you don't get mossed?
And he be watching, man, and it be tough. It be tough for him, man. I be about to beat him up, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the only time he want to talk about a game. He don't want to talk about when I get a pick at night. He be like, dang, Dad, you get mossed, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, all right now, I'm your daddy, I can go get his belt.
You a country dude, Brunswick, Georgia. Y'all have no condoms out there?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. My daddy said, feel good, stay in. I'm like, this is it. But hey, I started seeing what he mean by saying that because he ended up with 11 kids. I said, nah, I can't stay in no more. It's done for.
You gotta get quick hips.
Gotta get in and out. Gotta get in and out. I found out what they was after though.
That's why you're so good on the field. You got them quick hips. I was gonna go there where Chan went, but Chan beat me to it. But going back to your son, having him at a young age,
right?
You know, the relationship is tougher earlier, but that relationship gets better the older you get because you guys are actually like brothers, and you can have those sort of type conversations. And him kidding you about you getting mossed, what is it exactly like? Are you more like father, son, big brother, little brother? You know, what's that dynamic?
Sure, I try to, I coach him up, teach him up, everything I know, but it's more of a father figure because when I was raised by men, they taught me how to be a man first. We hang out a lot though, because I'm goofy, I play a lot, so he loved to do the same thing. So it's a good mixture of us, man. I had to learn, so it was tough for me. I ain't even changed no diapers when I was young. My mama was doing all that. So it's just more of me understanding how to be a father. It still take me time to learn now. So I was thankful for guys that I had in the room with me in the NFL because I was still learning because my son was only 5 at the time when I went to the league. So, I had guys, like I said, Rasheem Mathis, Glover Quinn. I still asking, I had the oldest kid in the room and I was the youngest one, so I was like, everybody be like, Slay, man, I know I ain't the perfect parent. Dang, I've been a parent longer than most of y'all in here. But then again, they more mature, more understanding, so they kind of guided me to help me with that. So they even helped too. So it was like I said, I was blessed around with some great guys, some great men that helped me, help me raise my son.
Right, you guys game with each other. Like, what type of things do you guys do together?
We get it in. Everything competitive, because we still young, so I beat him in everything. He'll never beat me. Never. I don't care how old I get.
Can't let him.
Can't let him. And it's not going to be easy, but we played, Call of Duty together, Madden together, 2K together. We even flipped together, I taught him how to flip. He know how to flip a little bit. I know how to flip still a little bit. But we just be growing with each other, man. It'd be fun, man. It's a great experience, man. I'm kind of glad I kind of had him early, man, so I could grow up and be active with him instead of that guy that just, watching him play. I can actually put my cleats on and stuff with him.
And you talking about maturing, talking about the OGs that helped you mature, but your wife.
Yeah. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you.
Everybody knows what that means,
Appreciate you.
Beautiful woman, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I think they call it out-punting your coverage is what they, that's the old saying there. You
no,
you out-punted your coverage.
Out-punted my coverage?
Yeah, you out-punted your coverage, brother. I did too. These motherfuckers did too. We all out-punted our coverage, let's be honest. Like when I read that about you. You said that she helped you mature. And I always say a good woman, beside a good man's a good woman. How did Jennifer help you mature?
Oh, great, because, she had a child at an early age too herself. So she had his at 18, my little man Trent. So we just be chilling and when I'm at work, she know how to bond with every kid because she athletic. My son know how to relate to her. My son technically don't need a basketball coach, but because she played basketball, so he could teach us. So she take a lot off my shoulders, a lot. I always show love. I always appreciate her because it's hard to find a woman that's willing to do all that, because some women these days, definitely this generation, just really want to just lay off and just sit up.
Play on their damn phone.
Yeah, play on their phone all day. My wife, she don't even want to have nothing, being blessed and rich and all that kind of stuff. She don't want no kind of maid. She don't want no chef. She want to make sure she make this house feel homey, and she does a great job at doing that. And I always salute her, man, because it's hard. I couldn't do it by myself. I was waiting to find me a lady to move in. So,
how you shoot? Huh? How you shoot? What was the line?
Man, I'm terrible. I ain't really a good at in-person guy. I'm more of a keyboard guy. I'm gonna have to.
He'll text you to sleep.
I'm more of because I like my personality. My personality get it going. But me shoot for that number like that, nah. I'm gonna wait. Hit on the IG. Right when that's when IG just got active. Yeah, I'm gonna slide right on there.
Never have.
Yeah, gotta get active. Get right on active. Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Boop, boop. Hey, Sin.
Like when you play this game, though, you mentioned your son, talking about your son, it becomes a family affair. Right. She's going to be dialed in. Your kids are going to be dialed in. How have you found that balance between being an all-pro corner and a family man? Right? Because the work you got to put in the off season, during the season, all of those things that affects your family. How have you tried to find that balance in between both?
Well, I had when I first got with my wife, you know, when she first actually moved in a year later, we had a talk as in like, hey man, this is required, you know. But so I just told her like, hey, I got a job, you know, and to go take care of the household. But you know, I'm gonna still be a father, you know. But so on my off days, on Tuesdays be my off days. I'm a family man. But I did told myself, I made a promise to myself, when I clock out, I'm out. So you know, when I go into the facility and shoot, I get off at 7, I'm off. You know, I'm not coming home tonight, you know, extra family. You know, I got kids at home. I got kids to attend, got to come play with them, come hang with them. Sometimes I had a newborn daughter at one point in time, making sure she know who her daddy is. So I had a great understanding. So I try to get all my work done at the facility as most as I can. And then I come home and be a family man. And I had to tell myself, to promise myself that, so I could be the man that she need me to be and the father that my kids need me to be.
Yeah, so the other side of that is the all-pro corner, though.
Yeah.
And it's stressful out there. Like, yeah, you got family and all that. The family ain't out there in press man, right, face to face. But you went from, grew up in Brunswick, you went to Juco, right? Go to Juco, go to Mississippi State, now you in Detroit. Right? Kinda raw coming out of Mississippi State. Fastest, well, you had the fastest time
Come on now.
at the 40, right? I mean, in the 40 at the combine. You also, you hooped in high school, you ran track, right? So you were all around athlete.
Yeah, at running back. You
just
go
told that
crazy.
Come on, now you know you was about 150.
Nah, about 175. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is they can't catch me. I can't get tackled. So I was too fast. Too fast out there. Smooth.
You know, so you get to the league and you're in Detroit, and obviously everybody knows they don't necessarily have the greatest winning tradition. You know, and you get there though, and you get drafted, and your mom, Stephanie, and all you guys are sharing that moment. You know, you had a baby already. What was that moment like? Because at that point, it don't matter who you're going to play for, but you going to the NFL.
Easily. When that day happened, man, life changing. You know, I had all my family that was there at the draft day. I got invited to the draft. So when I did it, when I got there, I just got to the stage, and I realized it really wasn't about myself, you know, because all this hard work I did was really for my son. You know, if I think I had no son, I don't know what I would be doing, you know, honestly, because where I'm from in Brunswick, Georgia, ain't much going on. It's a lot of ethnic fighting, gang related. So I would just had a son. I think God gave me a reality check by having a son. Just like, hey, I got a son here, because you got potential to do something. So I'll give you a son. So it's like he kept giving me warnings as in like to stop. So when I got a warning, I had a son. I was like, all right, I'm still cool. I got to get it right. Then I went to jail like probably a week before graduation, right before I finna go to Juco, and almost could have lost my scholarship, you know. So I'm like, dang, that's my sign. So I just kind of like backed off, went to college. Next thing you know, I ain't go back to home for, you know, until the league. You know, I came home to go see my son, and that's it, turn right back around. That's why I looked at that. And when I got on the stage, I thought of all them times I had to sacrifice a lot of things. I said, this really ain't my moment, it's for them. You know, because if it weren't for these guys that's on this stage with me and my son and all this, I wouldn't probably be where I was at. You know, because they opened a lot of doors for me, opened a lot of eyes. So I was too young to kind of see it, but, you know, God kept putting like visions in front of me of what can really happen to me.
Man, what you got locked up for?
Man, fighting, doing some ignorant stuff, man. You know, I'm real loyal, you know. So guys are getting fighting with my homeboys. I'm fighting, next thing you know, I'm giving it to somebody. Wham, 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 wham. So I'm giving it to them, beating them up. Next thing you know, we running. I get tased, boom, took the tasers out, but my homeboy didn't fall in front of me. I would've got away. But my homeboy tripped in front of me, and he get up and get away, and I get, you know, police put a knee on my back. I'm hot, like, come on, bro. Like, I could've got easily gone. But, you know, that happened to me, standing there for the whole week. I'm like, bro, I was just,
What did that do to you sitting in there for a week, man?
Even though a lot of my best friends growing up was in there. So, you know, I was straight chilling, but I just sit there like, nah, this ain't the place for me. Like, heck nah. And they think I'm a light-skinned little pretty boy.
When I got locked up one time, a dude stole my orange out of my lunch and just walked up and took my orange.
Ooh, no.
And I ain't say nothing. He was huge. But it was that check of like, yeah, you bad as you are, there's somebody out here battling. His name was Big Butch. Big Butch took my orange.
Yeah, always. I ain't had to worry about that. I had some guys kind of looking after me.
Big Butch asked you, you gonna eat your cornbread?
Well, Big Butch walked up. He went around the cell. It had a sandwich, a milk, and an orange. And the orange is the best thing in the meal. They delivered the lunches. Big Butch got up out his bunk, wore a size 14. The flip-flop one, but 12, so his toes were hanging off the front.
he's scary.
And he walked up and just started taking people oranges out their bag. Boom, boom. And he got to me. I opened my little bag. I handed it to him.
You handed it to him?
I want to go. Here you
Y'all
go.
gotta be easy. I could make this hard for you today. Nah, not today.
I'm an All-American. I ain't get my ass whooped over no orange. You keep this fucking orange.
Yeah, it's obese. I understand it.
Hey, did you have to draw on some of that when you and DK got into it?
Man, look, I'm talking about, I'm like, good Lord, what's up with Brother Dave? Like, we out there getting it in. Like, I ain't even say nothing to him. I don't talk trash on the field. That's what I don't do. Because it's like I respect the game too much. So I don't want to discredit nobody, talk nobody by their name or nothing. So, but we out there, Buddy just, da-da-da. Next thing you know, first play, you know, he blocked me. He like, I'm gonna give your ass a long night today. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of normal. Everybody want to get somebody.
DK Metcalf,
That's
he gonna come
normal.
out
You know what I'm
talk.
saying? Something cool. I say, all right, we go work. Next one, he catch the ball, you know, whatever, though. So I said, one time he blocked me, and there was a run to outside. He blocked me out of bounds. I said, damn, this little boy, he's strong as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, cuz strong, like. And so he heard me say that, and he said, yeah, and 55 just got you fucked up all night. So they talking about BG, Brandon Graham. So I'm like, so me being who I'm from, ain't nobody get me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown-ass man. You gonna talk to me like this? So I'm like, okay, he on some whole nother match. So the next play, he got in the slot. I said, I know it's gonna be a run play, because he don't know how to slot like this. It's finna be a run play. Go ahead and get my ready. So I got in my little base stance, ready to sling him off. So boom, he tried to jump me, slung him off through him. I said, yeah, I already knew it. But then I hear him growling at me, like, coming to get me. So I turn around, all I see is him. Boom, big gorilla. That's a swole gorilla.
Fucking big now.
Talking about, boom, hit me. I'm talking about over the pile and all. I said, oh, no, I can't have this. So man, I try to get active, really. You know, I was really hot. Like, I really was trying to take it all the way there. The game was over with for me. Like, yeah, I already told him on the sideline, game plan out the door for me. My focus on, like, really trying to put hands on folks right now. Like, but, you know, as the game got going on, we got calm, we got cool, we started talking, chopping it up a little bit, but much respect to him, we respected each other, you know, but he was just competing at a high level. But that ain't how I compete like that, not like that. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like gone. He took me out the game for sure. That's the only time I ever got taken out of the game. I was hot. Oh yeah, coach, you might have to see me in, because this game gonna get finished.
We do a lot of different things when we're young. Channing, he's cut the fool. I think he's been locked up 20 times. I don't know, something like that. But I'm sitting here listening, and somewhere I read that you were distantly related to Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah.
In some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to 2020, right? When you traded, signed with the Eagles, same year that Ahmaud lost his life. In that, did that take you back to, you know, your childhood when you got tased and when there was a lot of police brutality that year? Did that take you back? I mean, you just signed a big deal, right? And so many memories can come from the past, like that could have been me, or I'm fortunate and blessed to be here. His death, did it open you up and take you back to those moments ever?
Yeah, it did, because of what it is. You know, what my city is like, it's rough part, good part. And, you know, as his life go on. But, yeah, it was just crazy, you know, because all us know Ahmaud. Like, we all know him. His older brother played ball with me, you know. So he was like our water boy. Him and my little brother was the water boys for the varsity football team. So we all grew up together. We all play on the same Pee Wee League team that came under the Titans. So it was just like a shock, you know, because he a good kid, you know. I mean, everybody don't make the right decisions all the time in life, but he not a harmy guy. Right. And for that to happen to them was tragic. And it shocked my hometown bad, just because the kid was like, everybody knew him. It was just crazy. You know, I was hearing it from when I was, you know, coming in, you know. It's a lot of guys that's in the league that we all that's why all the guys that's from my hometown kind of related. You know, Tracy Walker, all us, Justin Coleman, we all kind of like put some stuff together, man, trying to do something positive for the city after that happened, because it's tragic, and they all grew up together. And, you know, it just hit home for a lot of folks. It really did, like real big. And I mean, God's still going through it, and, you know.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you said when you got a chance to get out to go to Mississippi State, you stayed, go to Mississippi, Juco, and then Mississippi State. You stayed there. You didn't go home until after you got drafted. How about now? You know, knowing what you know under those circumstances, knowing that you can help guide those young men that are back there. How often do you yourself, Tracy, you guys, how often you get back to give back to the community?
I do a lot. So I got a center at my hometown too. So I got a center where STEM leadership for kids that go in there and learn. I got college kids that come over and teach the kids everything.
I don't know if Chan know what STEM is. You know what STEM is, Chan?
That's technology shit.
Break it down. What's the acronym?
STEM?
Yeah.
Science, technology, emerging marketplace.
I knew I can count on you, boy.
I'm glad he didn't ask me, because I didn't know them all.
It's a little so like, I didn't know too much of it either, but I had to learn a little bit as I did it because my cousin who kind of helps me run it, my cousin Sean, that's his big thing about it, and all the kids does that. So we put that together and had a center for it. I got a football program there, soccer program, because my cousins done play soccer and stuff. So we got a lot of stuff going on back at hometown. I come there, do a lot of stuff for the community. You know, I got a big play weekend. I have like a basketball tournament for the weekend for the city, cookout for the whole city, and you know, just stuff like that. Easter egg hunting. I always do it on Easter weekend because that's a big weekend for my hometown for me. So I did on Easter weekend for the kids, the Easter egg hunt, money eggs and stuff. So it'd be nice, man. So I do a lot of stuff for the community, man. And I think with me doing that, it calms down a lot of beef I had in high school because a lot of stuff, like honestly, where my center at is where the neighborhood I was beefing with. So it's called Dixville. They call themselves Dixville. So I built it over there, you know, kind of show my condolences as in like, hey man, we way bigger than all this. We trying to come better. And a lot of the guys, kids that I used to beef with goes there, you know, comes there, be active, goes to the field I got it at, play on that field. So it's kind of good, I mean, you know, and a lot of guys they always salute me too now that they see me, they make sure I'm always straight when I come home. So I just try to show appreciation, like, man, I'm way past that. I know we were kind of beefing at 16, 17, 18 years old, but we 31-year-old men.
We grown now.
We grown now. Let's get these kids to where we need to get them at because they the next generation, man. They could change a lot of stuff. So, and I see that, you know, at that young age, I didn't see it, but I see it now. So we just trying to be collective, man, as a unit and just build a brotherhood.
And I'm, you know what I'm saying, and what you saying, it just hits me because I'm the same way. Like, you talking about you and DK, where, man, I'm a grown-ass man. We ain't going, I click, you know, the trigger hit. But that, like, how do you separate that? Are you saying, like, as you grow up, but you still got that in you?
Right, it's
I
in
still
there.
got it in me. We'd have had to stop each other from fighting in different places because somebody just say something slick and it run you hot.
Yeah.
Like, where's that differential of, you ain't gonna disrespect me, but I'm an all-pro corner that's known around the world where you can't just go slap nobody in the alleyway. You can't do it, Darius. You can't do it, Slay. You just can't. How you figure that out?
I ain't gonna lie to you, it goes one out the other sometimes with me. Like cause I'm so relaxed and chill. So if you push it, it's up. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to come down for me. It's hard, cause like I said, I'm real relaxing. I don't bother nobody. You know, I can take a lot, but man, you step on that toe, boy, it's up for me still. I ain't gonna lie.
But when as just like
it's hard.
As you progress as
I progress,
man, like,
I got better at it for sure.
Yeah,
you know, I try to avoid. Well, I got better at avoiding the situation before it come. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I see a scene going on, I see a lot of like back when I was young, fighting song come on, you jumping on in the club. I'm still here. I'm getting right. I'm still like, yeah. Now fighting song in the club. I'm like, all right, man, might be my time to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I just developed. I see it coming before it happened. Like as in, like, all right, yeah, it's time for me to dip. Like, hey, baby, let's go. We don't need to get to. It's kind of like getting to that time to get a little rowdy in here. You know, we drove that little hour and a half because I ain't in the club no more longer. Back when I was young, I'm staying till it closed.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta leave that thing 2 hours early.
You hitting it.
Come on, I'm getting out of there. I'm getting there early, probably leave early.
Right. So, but with that, you're talking about it's on site. You're going into your third season in the NFC East, and we all know how the Dallas Cowboy fans can be. Obnoxious, they gonna talk. How do you handle that? How do you handle the Cowboys fan? And what's up with this year? Because I predicted them to win the division. But, you know, Dak went down, so it's going to be tough. How do you handle those obnoxious fans that are all up in your face, talking their Cowboys all? And our producer is a big Cowboys fan. She just ducked off in the corner. You know, I saw the reaction. Like, I saw the reaction when I asked that question. But how do you handle these Cowboys fans, man?
Man, it's really, honestly, it's tough. I honestly didn't know how serious the beef was until I got over here. Because I'm like, all right, bro, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a game. But it really is like life or death over here. So guys really be just going at it. And, man, I went to Dallas. It's boo this, boo that. Trash thrown at you going in the tunnel. Right. All that kind of disrespectful stuff. They know more about my life than I knew about my own self. You know, so I'm like,
the boys studying?
They studying, like they game planning me.
What's the worst thing you've heard?
You know, they get real personal. They start talking about my wife and stuff. You know, all this. Hey, we want your wife, da-da-da. We know all sexy she go be at this and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, man, y'all tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? They talking about my son. And they had a little video on one thing. I think a kid posted on video about him getting mossed on one time. Your son getting mossed in the game just like his daddy gonna get done today. So I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, they do a lot of research. So, man, I be just laughing. I like that kind of, that's funny to me. But I like that kind of stuff like that because it just be funny. But, yeah, it's serious, man. I ain't know how serious it was until I got over here, but it's real business. Because when they come here, they get an earful of it too. So
yeah, it's miserable here, bro. When I played in Washington, coming to Philly, I was nervous. Right. And you know, I don't know about the new stadium. The old stadium actually had a jail in it because they already knew what was popping off. So the jail was at the stadium. They didn't have to drive you nowhere. They didn't have to bring you. They was like, you know what? We are going to be preemptive, not reactive. We're going to make sure we got this junk set up. But mentioning Dallas, and I'm glad Fred went there, I remember when you were in Detroit, and the one thing I always say about you, you know, we've talked about it, I've tweeted it, you have zero hate in your blood.
Zero.
Like, whether it's a good receiver, a good DB, anybody, like, you're always like, man, I love your game. And I always appreciated that about you because though I could see you compete, you were never competing with your ego.
Never.
Right? It was always like, I'm going to show love to whoever's getting it because I'm getting it too. But I remember you were in Detroit, you and Dak, both Mississippi State guys, you know, you guys trade jerseys, which is huge now. And, you know, people don't like that. Right? Like, people in Detroit, like, hold on, man. Like, you're supposed to be competing against this guy. But in mentioning the rivalry now between Philly and Dallas, you still want to play against the best. So when you see Dak go down week one, like, what's your thought?
Man, I was just like, dang, man, you know, pray for him, man, because, like, he's a good dude, man, solid dude. Been with him at Mississippi State, even went to school with him. We got a great bond together, man, and just to see him go down because I know he, you know, the heart and soul of the team because he drives the engine. And just see him go down, I'd be like, man, you know, because I ain't get to pick him off yet, first of all, you know. So I'm like, man, I'm finally getting in the division, which I got at least 2 tries every year. So it was just sad it happened for him because, you know, like I said, I always want to compete, you know. I just like to play the game, go hard. And he the one of the best in the game, so, you know, for him to go down, it's sad because, like I said, I want to pick him off.
Me and Chan was talking about it coming over here, though. I'm going to be honest, though. I don't need your best. I hope Cooper Rush out here throwing me the football. I am not tripping.
I understand. Hey, same here.
Slay, the one thing it don't say by your interception is picked off a backup.
Yep.
It don't say that.
It don't.
Hey, a pick is a pick, and if it gives y'all an opportunity to win the East, which I predicted, so I'm gonna need y'all to go it on and do me right for TV when it gives you that chance. But man, like, you're now at practice and iron sharpens iron, right? You played with one of the best in Detroit, and now you have A.J. Brown, you know, at practice, and you out there with Jalen. When you get an opportunity to watch your offense, because y'all were good on defense last year, y'all gonna be good on defense this year. When you're watching Jalen and AJ and Miles, and you're seeing all the weapons you got on offense, Devontae, y'all bring Jalen Reagor in, do you kind of get excited that, you know what, we got a shot? Like this could be a year we compete?
Yeah, easily. You know, I'm a guy that, you know, keep it from, you know, everybody coaches always try to teach and tell you not to talk too highly about a thing, but that's all I've been around. Like, hey, when you got it, you got it. You don't, you don't. So we got a good squad, man. We just got to put all the pieces together, man. And with AJ coming on board, Smitty, and, you know, Coach and Jalen just growing as a player every day, each and every week, man. You watch him in training camp. When I was watching, it's just like he making the checks. They trusting in him more to make the plays. And he doesn't it, you know what I'm saying? He is extremely good dude, extremely talented dude, man. He gets the job done. He get me better every day. You know, I teach him everything I know about what corners, any kind of corners they see coming up. I watch a lot of film, so I tell them about all of them. Man, we got a sky's the limit for us, man. If we just put the pieces together and just go to work, it could be real deadly. Because I was telling them, my group, we was like the 2014 Lions. You know, my defense was amazing. I had the best D-line. I had, you know, veteran corners. We had a veteran safety. And that same thing going over here right now. You know, we got a great D-line. You know, linebackers can run and hit, got corners that can cover, got safeties that can do all, then, and, you know, and the offense. And so we just got to do our part on both ends of the ball and just go active.
And what you bring up Detroit, and I want to ask, because you was a Pro Bowler in Detroit, you was a dog, but y'all really wasn't having no success.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What goes on with Detroit? Because when I was in Miami, I always thought you got to find a quarterback. Yeah. You find a quarterback, you're good. Y'all had a quarterback.
Yeah.
Y'all had some players, but you never, you never hit that. Like what? And even right now, Dan Campbell, he a friend of ours, we went up there, we talked to golf, we talked to A. Glenn, we talked to them boys. Like what went on in Detroit that just all these great players, but y'all could not get successful?
Man, it had to be a lot going on because, like I said, that 2014 team we was 11-5 with Caldwell. So I think that team shouldn't have been I won't say as in broken up, because that year the team was, we lost Sue, we lost Fairley, you know, we bring in Lodi and stuff like that. So it's like, Sue at that time was like, Sue. Then, you know, if you knew Nick Fairley at that time, Nick was like...
From Auburn.
Yeah, crazy good. Like, it was like, and then you had Telly, you had Levy, DeAndre Levy. So it's like that team kind of started breaking up as in that. And then, you know, with Sue going on, the inside information I heard was like, you know, they're choosing between Staff and Sue. You know, when it comes down to who want to be the highest paid player on the team. And, you know, as a quarterback, if you know that's your future, that's who need to be the highest paid. So I think that had a lot to do with it, but it's just that we could never get right over the hump. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, we had the team, we had the time, you know, at that time Stafford was not, I mean, he was Stafford, but he wasn't the Stafford he was growing up, because as in, when he lost Calvin, he became more of a quarterback to me. You know, when Calvin was there, he more of a like, hey, Calvin's down there. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Chunk it up there. And, that, you know, now when Calvin left, we had Marv and Kenny. You know, next thing you know, he turning them guys and GT, all them guys into 1,000-yard receivers and making Pro Bowls and stuff, because now he got to actually read the coverage. And, you know, and he was really zipping it. And then next thing you know, he's really found out a way to be like a true, like, passing, developing quarterback. And I think that was happening. I think if he'd have took that at 2014, we'd have been like a real deal, like, deep in the playoff type of team.
You talk about Jim Caldwell, and I'll say it to people can't hear me anymore. He never should have been let go.
Never should have.
That shouldn't have been a decision that was made with what he was able to do in Detroit. And I'm gonna lie, I was sitting at the crib like, y'all act like y'all be winning. You know what I mean? Like, this guy got fired and he goes 9-7, and they bring in Matt Patricia, and y'all two, so I can put this lightly, y'all had friction.
A lot of friction.
A lot of friction. And I think me and you chopped it up about a meeting, you know, that y'all was in. Can you kind of take us through what was going on there? Because I remember when they get TrueFind, you was like, good, hope this speed up my trade.
Yeah, for real, man, because I ain't no offense to Matt Patricia, you know, always respectful as a man, but when I was there with him, man, it was probably the worst ever. You know, as in just everything. I understood that. I heard about the Patriot way, which is cool. I don't got no problem working hard. That's not an issue with me. But the issue with me is the disrespectful stuff you got to say, you know. So it came with the first encounter, as in when I got just done getting my first Pro Bowl, first All-Pro, 8 picks, whatever. And I'm like, I'm still trying to learn. You know, I want to be one of the best. Sherm had set up a DB meeting as a DB gathering, and who all wanted to come. Shoot, I was the first one there, you know. So it was me and all those guys there, me, him, Talib, Xavier Rose, all us, you know. So I'm asking for information to get better. So when I returned back from that to get ready for camp, so the media asked me about it. I said, man, I loved it, you know, I got to learn a lot. So he brought me into his office. So I'm like, okay, what's up? Hey, Slay, you think Marvin was cool with you, Sherm, that he found out you was working out with him because he's going to learn his plays and you want to teach him about? I'm like, if he watching film, he'll know what Marv do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Sherm, pro, All-Pro, like, what? So he's making it seem like Sherm was trying to set it all up to get game plan on us. Like, I'm like, bro, nobody care about that. Like, he watched film. So then when I came in there, when I thought all that been said, his last words about me was, I don't think even in that category with Talib and Sherm. I'm like, huh? You know, so I took it as a man now and got mad at it. I ain't get mad at it. This is my first Pro Bowl. You feel that way, you feel that way. I respect it. But how I answered that back was back-to-back Pro Bowls again. You know, let them know, like, I'm really that deal. Like, come on, I ain't gonna feel bad about you calling. You feel like I ain't Sherm and Talib them in that class? Cool. I got one under my belt, but before you leave, I got another one. Then you left again, I got another one. So now I got another one too. So I know, you know, so my point about them was just trying to prove him wrong, because he was a guy that's always trying to down talk you, you know, had me on a big old board. All he want to do is talk negative about me, but he don't want to talk about the game plays I'm saving, which is cool. But yeah, man, it was disrespectful, very disrespectful, man.
But players know what they have, you know, much like yourself. You say you want to prove guys wrong. Right. In 2013, you were drafted 36 overall, but the 5th best cornerback in that class. You mentioned Xavier Rhodes. I think it was
D.
Miller, Trufant, DJ Hayden. I know everyone else.
Right. But you know, and I think Zay was a All-Pro as well. You know, what does that do for your psyche and your confidence, knowing that? And those guys are good players. Don't get me wrong; they're great players. But it seems that the cream has risen to the top. I think RC would say this too. He examines players, you know, like in and out. Like he's great what he does. But he would probably clearly say you're the best corner to come out of that class.
It's not close.
No, I want to hear from him.
Yeah, it's not close. You know, I respect all of them. You know, all the guys had played more years than me in college and stuff like that. Like, you know, but I'm up there, you know what I'm saying? I felt like that going into it, you know, because, like I said, I only played really 1 year at Mississippi State and had the career I had. And but going into the draft, you know, they looked at more polished than me and professional ready, but my upsell was crazy high because I was just raw talent, you know, just going out there, just competing, playing at a high level, just like my mindset was beat the guy in front of me. That's all I did, and, you know, without no technique or nothing. If technique fails, just compete. So I ain't had too much technique, so I was just beating the guy in front of me, and that was kind of easy in college.
And speaking of the draft, I think it's a great time to talk about our sponsor, DraftKings, and what DraftKings is giving us right now for this pivot, for some of our fans. It's amazing. I mean, the deal's the same too, though, Channing. You know what $5 get you?
200, ain't it?
200.
You bet $5, $200 in free plays. All you got to do is use the promo code PIVOT. That's simple for $200. Man, come on, man. I'm on there right now. Where my phone at?
That's nothing, Chan. A couple of hot cities. You got Buffalo, Minnesota,
Kansas City.
Yeah. A couple other to Miami. Miami's hot, but it's only available in select states. So we got to make it happen somehow.
I mean, you can do that. You can get the parlays. I think the biggest thing is this. Make sure you pull out your phone or any device that you have and get DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code PIVOT, and we're trying to give you free money and bets. Why you going to waste it? But, man, let's get back to the show. I need you to evaluate something for me. Monday night.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Darian would tell you, don't get Moss. Right. They ain't got Moss there no more, but they got Justin Jefferson.
Oh, yeah, that's his guy, too.
You know, like when you like that's what it is. Like I'm all pro, you are all pro. Like everybody want those matchups. When you look at Justin Jefferson and what you got to do Monday night, man, how you see that matchup?
Oh, man, that's tough. You know, he a good dude, man. Solid, man. He crazy good. You know, it's gonna be a tough one, man. Like I said, I think he's probably the top 2 receiver in the league behind Tay. You know, it's Tay to him. You know.
So you think it's Tay and Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
1-2.
1-2, easily. Just what Justin do is crazy, man. I'm talking about route running, after the catch, finding that end zone, deep ball, intermediate routes. He does it all. He the guy you want to have on your team for a #1 receiver for sure. He does it all. And he does at a high level. And he does it with a lot of swag and a lot of confidence. A lot of guys don't have that. And he could take confidence out of you by gritting all through the end zone. So you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be on your P's and Q's, man. And you just gotta be active, man. So gotta come out with a game plan against them. But I'm always ready to compete. You know, I don't back down for no challenge. And we go get active. That's what it go happen.
You know, the games like this though, Slay, these are the games that people point to, right? When it's at the end of the season, and you know how it gets, man. We get bored in the off season, right. So folks start ranking, folks start talking about this guy versus that guy. It's going to be what did Slay do against Thielen? What did Slay do against Justin Jefferson on Monday night? And it's no bigger stage, right? Everybody is sitting there and they're watching because you ain't got nothing else to do. Like he said, he watched this week with his son, and his son go get the iPad at some point because the game was boring. Denver and Seattle.
Yeah, my son couldn't even make it through it. This is bad. I said, yeah, this is terrible football.
Yeah, it's some bad football going on that night.
You know, you get to go home last week or get to go back to where you were drafted and you beat Detroit. And so now you get this huge opportunity against Minnesota. How do you feel something like this sets the tone for the rest of the year for the Philadelphia Eagles?
It's going to be good because it's still setting the tone for the North. Back-to-back North teams. Mm-hmm. So just setting the standard, you know, because we want to be the team to come out the North. So we're just trying to stamp our name on them. And so,
Well, when you think about Detroit now, you're in the East now. So you.
I'm just saying the North as in the North, as in the whole North. Because, you know, because we'll see them in the playoffs eventually. So we're just trying to do that. And then, but it's gonna be a battle for sure. You know, them guys, they got a good group of guys over there. And, you know, just seen them put a whipping on Green Bay, you know. So they've been running this show for a minute, but we gotta come out there and get ready to play and get looking forward to competition.
And like you said, you see all the quarterbacks and your man Jalen, because it was a mid-ground of where they're gonna give him the team, and they were going back and forth and figured it out through his first couple of years, and now it's his team. You see him every day.
Every day.
Is Jalen ready?
He ready, man. He coming over ready to work each and every day, man. I'm telling you, first in the building. He just come out there competing. I'm talking, man. Like, for another thing I heard about people, it's hard for another man to ask another man for help. He not scared to ask for help. You know, as in like, hey man, what y'all did back here on this back end? Like, what made y'all do this to me? Like, what made he asked that question? You know, a lot of guys this generation kind of arrogant, they don't care, but they'll figure it out on their own. But he a guy that ask questions, and he always put the team first. You know, so because he want to put the team in the best position. So he doing what he can do. We doing on the defense side to help him try to make sure he's the best quarterback in the game.
I think for us, man, like, we get it. You know, you giving us this time. You know, we even texted about it. I was like, bro, you don't understand, like, what this means to us, that we get this opportunity. You know, this is a conversation, obviously, Freddie can be more of a part of than us two. When you start to get Pro Bowls and when you start to get all pros and you become the marquee matchup, it's hard to become the man at corner. It's a position that's unforgiving. Do you ever think about matchups with guys like Justin Jeffersons or the Tay Adams or the Cooper Kupps and what that means for your legacy, for your place in this game?
It means a lot to me because, like I said, I like to go against the best. So every time I go out there, I try to put my best foot forward. And to go against these guys is always a blessing for me, you know, because all it's doing is get me better, teach me what my weaknesses is, my strengths is. So as each and every week, man, I look forward to matchups, man. I be getting like the goosebumps. I be hyped and ready to go. Like every day, you know, I be telling my son, like, hey, I got your boy today. You know what I'm saying? Whoever he love, he be always talking about because he want to be the offensive side of the boy so bad. So I said, I got your boy today, so hey, you better watch it. So there's gonna be a lot to learn from this film. It just be a great thing, man. Great feeling, man. Just go out here and compete. And, you know, I got the best job in the world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I get paid millions of dollars to go out here to play a kid game that I love to play. And some of the best people in the world. So it just get me going. Like, I'm already got goosebumps ready for Monday night. You know, I'm gonna wait, though.
I was gonna say quick, this is about that cornerback thing, man, because I played with Sam Madison back when Mad Dog was doing his thing. And he used to say, 10 on 10. Don't involve me in no in and outs. You know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing. That was his thing. 10 on 10. Me and him are out of the game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But as a lockdown all-pro corner, will you ever tell your coach you need help?
Easily.
Roll the safety over here, coach. Like, you'll tell him?
I'll never say roll the safety. I'll tell him now, hey, coach, drop this low hell for this slant. Now, I need somebody to drop for this slant. Yeah, because, boy, these boys here getting sliding, head bubbing and slant, you know. You know how much patience you gotta have that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to mirror it. Yeah. Hey, coach, I need somebody to slant. So when he go in this middle, you smack him. And now that he be like, all right, coach, man, he done hit me about 3 times on these slants, coach. You might keep me outside. Now it's my game time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I ain't afraid to ask. Hey, nah, dude, get on me. Hey, coach, low hole right now. Take it away, because you can't take away everything as a corner.
I got all this.
I got all
somebody
this.
right there.
I need somebody right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no problem asking somebody for a little help.
Stay right there with the cornerbacks. And RC talked about Pro Bowls. In my experience, I think it's more difficult to make a Pro Bowl in a smaller market. Right. Detroit isn't a terrible market, but you guys weren't winning.
Right. Yeah.
And the credit to you is you've made multiple Pro Bowls, right? Now you're in a huge market in Philly, a great market, great cornerback history. Bobby Taylor, Troy Vincent, you know, another Duval boy, and Lito Shepard, Asante Samuel, yourself. Right. You ever think about, like, you have an opportunity to be the greatest Eagle at cornerback in the history of the Eagles?
Man, I be thinking about it all the time, man, because I always, everywhere I went, I feel like I changed the narrative of a lot of things. So when I was in Detroit, the last cornerback they had there was Dre Bly for a long, long time. Then, you know, then I changed that. So then I came here, they had the same issue here. Last cornerback they had from here was Ashanti Samuel. So it's been like 8 to 9 years until they had a Pro Bowl corner. So to come over here with a lot of greats, I mean, it's talking about the secondary got a lot of names in that building. And just to be on that Pro Bowl wall they got in there make me feel good, you know, because I'm trying to change the narrative of a lot of stuff. But to be in the category, to be able to be talked about with them guys always a blessing for me because they set the tone. And I always try to live up to it and play my heart out for it because, like I said, I want to be the best wherever I go. And no matter what year I'm in, because at this, how I'm feeling, I still feel like I'm 25, 26, because I can run and all do whatever I need to do. But I always try to set the tone, man. But yeah, I for sure want to be the best that come through Philly.
So speaking of the best, is the Philly subs, or do they really have the best, what is it called?
Cheesesteaks.
The cheesesteak. They got the best cheesesteak?
Honestly, I ain't really trying to like taste the best one yet, because I keep hearing about these spots that really like, I ain't gonna say hole in the walls, but they all kind of like.
The mom and pop joints.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They like here and there, and I'm like, I don't go out that much to go out here that bad to find out about no cheesesteak. So I'm just chilling. I'm from the South. We really ain't cheesesteak. You really give me some collard greens and mac and cheese.
He country. Yeah, he country.
See, you used to eat chitlins, man?
Nah, I can't do the smell and all that stuff. I can't do the
either,
chitlins.
bro. I can't do no
it.
chitlins.
They do it deep down. That's all they want, though. I can't eat no chitlins.
You ain't never had mine. Tempura chitlins.
It sounds disgusting.
Oh my God. No.
Yeah, that sounds
You meant to
sounds
say it sounds
disgusting.
delicious.
What is it?
Tempura chitlins.
Tempura.
You mean like fried?
So you make chitlins basically like
You make
Asian
your
chitlins.
you cut them up, and then you fry them, quick fry them. Oh my goodness.
This coming from the same dude who just ate a bagel off the floor.
It happens, huh?
My mouth done been in worse places.
That's funny. It be like that. I ain't like that, though.
Hey, real what you say. You can't outgrow it now. You can't outgrow it. This is my last question, man. And Freddie got me thinking about it. And you speaking of names on the walls, right? One of those names is Brian Dawkins.
Right.
Brian Dawkins is a Hall of Famer.
Easy.
Those conversations can't start happening until you start having a certain level of success. But seeing your name on the wall along with a player like him, do you ever think of having, you mentioned what it was like to stand on the stage at the draft. Right. Do you ever think about standing on the stage in Canton, having your mother and your children and Jennifer looking at you as you're accepting a gold jacket?
Man, heck yes, man. I'll still be just thinking of what I will say, stuff like in that kind of moment. Like, man, that's life-changing, And only but a select few going there. And it just, man, that's just, like, I already know I'm gonna be teared up, crying the whole time, maybe the crying since the beginning, but it's just like all the hard work you put in and you get to put on that gold jacket, because that means your hard work ain't go to waste. You reach the best of your ability, and God continue to keep blessing, and that's one of the blessings I want, and I'm gonna continue to keep working hard as I can to get that, because that's what I want to do. And I done seen how guys carry themselves. I've been around a lot of Hall of Famers, been with CJ, and I watch how he work, and that's why I work how I work at practice. No complaints. Go there. However, practice need to be 2 hours, 2 hours and a half long. I just go out there and go, because it pays off at the end. And guys like that, that's why they deserve that gold jacket.
Is that the goal now? Because Ray, you got plenty of money.
Plenty.
I saw your contracts. You
I got
ain't
plenty.
hurting. You can buy whatever you want. You got a beautiful wife. You have beautiful kids, beautiful home. Like, what's the grind still for you in your mind? I play for money.
Yeah.
I ain't get nothing like you got. But I swear, I knew every Sunday what my check was gonna be Tuesday. After taxes, I do the math.
You do it.
I was a prize fighter. Like Floyd told us, he was like, I'm a prize fighter, I'm doing this for money. I did it for money. But now you got money. You're like, if you, from outside looking in, I know people got troubles and different things. You have an amazing life. Why do you keep grinding?
Man, because coming on the Rasheem, man. Rasheem Mathis, man. Him playing 13 years in the league. And first thing he always told me is, don't worry about the money go come, right? So watching him prepare when he was year 13 and he done had $25 million contract. At the time, that was a high-paid corner at the time. So he done had it. To still come here and see him come in the mornings, 6 in the morning, early, waking up, grinding, doing whatever. So I'm asking the same thing you asking. Well, you got all this money. What you paid 13 years for? Like, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that he said, man, I'm chasing the gold jacket, like, because I didn't put these pads and stuff on just to become a guy that kind of, just get money. I want to have a legacy for my kids to live on, for talk about, and I want the same thing for my kids. I want my kids to be able to say, like, hey, my dad was in the NFL and he was one of the best. He was maybe, I'm praying, I get in the Hall of Fame one day. So stuff like that. I want to change that kind of aspect of that. But yeah, the money, when I first got to the league, for sure, money was, when I first got drafted, oh yeah, I got some money, I'm chilling. Wow. But as soon as Sheen walked in the door, my whole aspect changed. Like, as he just taught me and took me under the wing and just said, like, nah, it's way bigger than that money, but yeah, I still love my money, though.
This is the last one for me, because we got to let you go. But I want to say Charles Woodson, Champ Bailey, Ty Law, Darrell Reeves. And I'm going to go left real hard. Kobe Bryant. Yeah. 24. How special is that to you?
Man, very special. I'm a big Kobe fan. I'm a big Reeves fan, big Champ fan, because Champ from around the neighborhood. So I grew up watching Champ forever. But 24, a number, man. That's a tough number to, fill a lot of shoes in, because as soon as you put the jersey on, you think of all the greats, nothing but greats come out of that number. And so it's just, definitely Kobe. That's a heartbreak for me. I cried on my Pro Bowl. That was my second one. I'm like, come on, man. Like, and I just got traded to Philly the same year, his team. So I'm like, and my mind's like, I think Lord was like, you finna finally get a better look at Kobe, I think. But, thankfully I already met him before, but man, that number there is something special, man. That's a great number, and that's a lot. That's big to fill in.
I'm a huge Kobe fan too. It's the one person I wish I would have spoken up about meeting, because I always felt like it's got to be a time in my life where I'd actually cross paths with him. I didn't want to be that dude like, hey, y'all can let me meet Kobe. And so that is definitely one of the mistakes I made in life. I remember when he passed, it was the day of the Pro Bowl, but I was flying from Florida to home, and I remember sitting being on the plane, having my headphones on, with my head on the wall, crying. And I know the lady next to me, the husband, is probably like, man, something wrong with dude. You know what I mean? So I remember that, very vividly. But for us, man, Pro Bowler, all pro, one of the best in the world doing what you do. And now, hopefully, the world gets to know what type of man you are. And I hope that one day, man, from the story of the kid that grew up in Brunswick with a mother that was 13 years older than him, that had a baby at 15, that was arrested a week before Juco, and now becomes this man, this player, this father, this husband. I think that's a story that the world can gain from. So, man.
He became a dad, he couldn't even drink Happy Dad.
Well, he came
15.
Sticky.
At least though, we can, man.
We'll drink one for you.
Cheers, man. We'll all be locked in on Monday night.
I appreciate that. Yes, sir.
Hold up, limitless. Niggas to me, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Get my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I can trust. Limitless. Niggas to me, got pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Get my people feeling militant.